Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. Oh man, I know you guys all probably have heard the news that we're getting the Dirty Dozen, or Bad Batch. Gosh, did I just call them Dirty Dozen? I don't even know where that came from. I haven't seen that movie for so long. I don't know, they're kind of, whatever, they're a little bit reminiscent of each other in some ways, but that's not what we're trying to do here. What I'm trying to do, actually, I want to talk a little bit about just some of the things. There's a lot of negativity right now going on around. Like, we got Bad Batch, and it looks exciting. Like, I'm sure that it's going to be a really fun squad. Though, honestly, guys, there's going to be evasion. Like, I've warned people before. I think if you see an evasion arrow, or sorry, an accuracy arrow, that you like, don't just throw them away. Like, see if roll speed on them and just see. We may need them. I've said it for a while. I think that's going to be a thing eventually, but that's not something that wasn't scheduled to talk about that today. What I want to talk about, so we've got this news that the Bad Batch is coming, and yes, it's frustrating for a few reasons. Because Mandalorians, they keep releasing stuff for the Mando faction, for the Imperial Remnants faction, and we haven't gotten, we don't have a good squad right now. We have a pile of crap, is what we have. Like, look at what we have for Mandalorian here, guys. We have, not, I don't know, like that. We have a hope of a team. I even wailed on Bo-Katan. I light wailed on Armor, and I don't ever use them. I got Sabine up to relics. Everyone has Zetas. It's crazy, guys. Like, I don't have one on Gar, but like, everyone, all of these guys are Zetaed and ready to go and reliced and everything, and they're not good. It's not a good squad. It's just not good. And if we're done with the squads right now, there's major issues. Like, check out the Imperial Remnant faction. It's even worse, guys. We don't even have a full 5-man squad here. Like, even if we wanted to spare Death Trooper from Imperial troopers, we just don't. We don't have the right numbers. And look at Moff Gideon. Moff Gideon's lead specifically wants, okay, exactly 1 dark side tank ally, 2 dark side attacker, and 1 additional dark side support. So he wants all those things, but we don't even have all those in Imperial Remnants. It's not a squad. It's not good. We could fill it with some dark side other character. I guess we need a support or something. I'm guessing this guy's an attacker. Yeah. So we need a support. We could do it. Is it going to be good at all? The answer is no. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. The Mandalorian stuff, you could cobble together a few interesting things. I really like the idea of putting, like, Bo-Katan with Sabine, and like having Sabine throw her grenades with her Zeta is pretty cool, because they can't be evaded. If you get them to stick and everyone has stagger, then Bo-Katan can come along and trigger all of the staggers to then, like, restart everyone's turn meter. But you have to make them pretty fast for that to work, and it's just like a one-trick pony, because then Bo-Katan can't do her AoE for a while. It's not going to work against a good squad anyways. Like, could you imagine trying to take that squad into a Commander Luke team? Like, I can imagine, and I can imagine just getting real sad. Like, just awful. And the reality is, guys, so the other characters that are good here, there's not much to go off of. Armor can kind of go with certain Galactic Legends, but you don't really need her. Like, I barely used her for that at all. Mandalorian has a decent team, but he uses, like, IG and Queel. Like, it's an okay team, but it's also not even approaching meta. Like, in 5v5 right now, for my big account, like, granted it's 7.6 million, so it's an issue, but so it's good, and I have a lot of squads, but I don't use it hardly at all. It's, you know. So yeah, I'm feeling a little negative too now that Bad Batch has been announced, and we haven't. we're missing pieces. Like that's the best thing the best way to say it, in my opinion. Like we're missing pieces. And they're huge gaping pieces. It's not like Darth Revan team before Malak came out was fine-ish. Like it was still beating Jedi Revan teams at a pretty okay clip. No one really knew for sure that Malak was going to come and save the day. Everyone's like, oh, I guess we can deal with this. This is like, if they stop releasing it now, if they stop releasing characters, like, it's going to be nothing. And so a lot of people are saying, like, okay, so solo character, it has a similar trajectory to when they did the solo release, right? When they released all, like, 6 scoundrel characters or smuggler characters, and then there was nothing else. Like, they weren't required to unlock anyone. It was just ended the release, and we got like one dark side character, and that was it. And a ranged trooper was fine, but it was like everyone was pretty disappointed. At least back then, we got the recurring event, right? Like we got the event where we had to use our scoundrels or smugglers, whatever, to get mods, and we got that. We don't even have that. What we have is a Bando event that isn't even like fun. No, it was fun the first time, but it's like you have no replay value really. Like you could do it once, and that's about it. So, here's the positive spin on it, though, guys. I have a few things that I think are maybe a little hopeful for this situation, because believe me, I'm frustrated. You guys have heard me talk about it. If you've watched me, if you've asked me during certain streams, during the podcast, etc., I'm frustrated. So, here's the thing, though, guys. I don't necessarily think all hope is lost. I don't think they're just totally transitioning away from it. The first reason is I think that CG doesn't always do a great job of communicating, granted, but they usually do tell us when they're transitioning from one era to another for gear, or for not for gear, but for factions that they're releasing. Like they usually just say, oh yeah, like now we're, like for the Mandalorian one, they actually did a big release. They're like, oh, it's like the age of the Mandalorian or something like that. Like they actually said that, and they've done that a lot. Actually, they've told us like, okay, we were releasing stuff from the Clone Wars stuff, and now we're moving on. We're gonna do this other thing. Like now we're gonna be releasing things for Clone Wars. Now we're gonna be doing Old Republic. Like they've always announced it and done a decent job of it, actually. And they haven't said anything like that. They just said Bad Batch is coming, and we all knew that was going to happen. So that by itself, like that's not proof, obviously, and none of this is proof. It's all just speculation. But the other thing is, CG hasn't released any bad characters or bad factions for a while, and I don't think any of these characters are bad. I think they're interesting, actually. Some of them, some of the reworks or the touch-ups, whatever, are pretty interesting. We just need another piece for it, and if Bo-Katan is just left right now, she's just going to be a pretty garbage overall character. Like there's not going to be much other to call her than just kind of garbage. So there's that, and that's also very clearly not proof. Like they could have just whiffed on Bo-Katan. I admit that, but all of this combined, guys. So let me see. I think I can just switch over to the browser. There we go. So check this out, guys. First off, it looks like my head is on top of Hunter, which is actually kind of funny. It looks better that way. No. Okay, so check out the release schedule on the bottom part, guys. Check out the character reveal April 8th, character reveal April 15th, and then we have a 2-week gap where April 29th, between the 15th and 29th. And my guess, I think we're going to get some kind of like epic confrontation or legendary event or something for Lightside that culminates in like us actually getting the final piece. Like I bet we get like, my thought is we get Mando 3, like we get the version with a spear and a jetpack or something like that. They've even hinted at it. So if I had to guess, if I was a betting man, that's what I think we will get during that week. And then they'll tell us, okay, now we're for real moving on from Bad Batch. The other thing is, guys, if we're going to have a legendary event, we have to have the final pieces farmable. They've never made it so that it's impossible for free-to-play to get. Like, usually they put it on a crazy farming schedule, so you have to do like 3 or 4 or 5 refreshes to get the character, but they almost always have the characters available to be able to get. And right now, we don't have Dark Trooper or Bo-Katan available for farm. And in my opinion, that's the biggest piece right there, is they're not available to farm. So they haven't announced those characters yet. There are those releases. My guess is that Bo-Katan will be released for shipments pretty soon, and then she'll be escalated to be able to be farmed early. And we'll be able to get the character that they unlock together. We'll be able to get all of those characters, everyone unlocked, everyone farmed. We'll get that big event, and then we'll be able to move on to Bad Batch and have a little bit of closure. That's my guess anyways, guys. I mean, granted, it's not a science. It's not for sure. CG always surprises me. Sometimes, not always for the best. Sometimes I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, it's a little bit dumb, but I do think that there's cause for hope. I do really think that there is. I think that if there's not, it will be the most disappointing, overall release for a very, very long time. Like, I will be so disappointed. You can tell, I'm really excited about this faction, and right now it's not complete. Imperial Remnants are not even remotely close to complete. They have to have, a Scout Trooper coming, or something for that. Maybe we get Scout Trooper the same way we get Razor Crest, and we just, unlock it during Conquest or something. I don't know. Or maybe we just get a marquee. I have no idea. But either way, if I had to guess, that's what CG is going to do. But I could be wrong. Tell me what you think in the comments. What you think is going to happen with this faction. I really want them to work. I really want it to be good. Right now, they're garbage. And the garbage won't do. It just won't. So I don't think it will have to, though. Let's pray. Let's hope and pray, guys. Because right now, here's another idea randomly that I've been thinking of it, but I didn't say it. I haven't really said it that much. What if we get a light cruiser? We get another capital ship with Bo-Katan as the captain, or admiral, or fleet commander, whatever. I mean, that'd be kind of cool. It'd be a little bit weird to have a light cruiser go toe to toe with a Star Destroyer, but we already have Republic cruisers going toe to toe with a Star Destroyer, and Republic cruisers are essentially just worse versions of Star Destroyers. They're like version 1 of Star Destroyers. So, that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. It's been a long enough-ish video. Just speculation, a little bit of hope, could just come to nothing. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Zareth prevails.